Hello and welcome to the grand finale of the June weekend in lockdown orienteering. Coming up on the stream, we're going to be having the finals for the 10-stage races. We've got a women's race first, and then we've got a men's race, both going to be racing around the top. We've got the top 6 of each of those to try and battle it out for the title. But first of all, we are going to go through some of the solutions, some of the answers to some of today's stages, those that were due in today. So Chris Smithard once again is here, and I think he's going to share his screen and go through some of the solutions. I think we're going to start with the rapid route one first.
Yeah,
is that right, Chris?
We can start with that.
Yeah,
I can't share my screen at the moment. Maybe Brad can help me out there.
Yeah, so Brad will let you share the screen. So the rapid route choice, that was the one where you had to choose the shortest route. You had to click all the points on the map and choose the route that was not the quickest, but it was the shortest. And again, in the shortest, speed time was a factor as well. We're going to be doing the contour game as well, but once Brad lets Chris share his screen, we're going to go through those rapid route choice. So here we go. Chris is going to see the screen now. So we're going to look through the results of that rapid route. I think it was 10 questions, wasn't it, this time to get your results here. So
yeah, that's right. Can you see it?
I can't see it. Oh, I can see it now. There we go.
Right, that's good. So I'll put all these up on the website afterwards. So yeah, we got the first control. It was quite a bit shorter going to the left.
I think this one is noticing you can cross. Yeah, you can cross over those.
Sorry, the fences.
The fences, yeah.
Yeah, so that was kind of key, because obviously you don't really know what the fences are going to be like before you get there. So in this game, it was purely about picking the shortest route, so the shortest legal route. And you've done all these, Catherine, of course.
Yeah, I have. I think
so you can...
I got this one. This one was the left one that was shortest.
And number 2?
Yep.
They were both the same.
Both the same.
So it didn't matter which one you picked. So maybe, a bit sneaky, but that's, it's about making a quick decision as well.
That's so true.
I know the doing this over Zoom as we are can be a bit slow. So if you can't see what I'm seeing, so we're now on control 3. You can see that?
We've got control 3. Yeah, and this one I did get wrong. I think this one I took the route out to the left, but couldn't kind of quickly enough think about which of those was shorter. But still quite a lot in it, 20 meters.
Yeah, I think it's enough to make a difference in a race. So I think it's just you basically go so far off the line. It's kind of these ones where you go out and come back, they are quite hard to judge. So I think quite a lot of people got that one wrong. And then this one.
This one, number 4. This one, this one I think you've got to have a look at some of those. Bear in mind all the hedges and everything to get through, but you can weave your way through the buildings and through those hedges to be able to get in from the right.
Yeah, and for the left, you're going further off the line to start with, but also at the end, you're going a bit beyond the control and back in. So that's just something to watch out for.
Yeah, that one may well have been simpler, may well have been faster to run, although maybe not 25 meters in it, but it's just.
Do you think when the line is drawn on the map, does it make it more obvious? Do you think it makes it obvious when
you can see the two together? You can see which one's shorter.
Well, let's say I didn't have these numbers on. If you just had the lines, does it look more obvious?
Yeah, I think so. You can see that the blue one, even if there wasn't the distance written on it, you can tell that it's a lot shorter.
Yeah.
Okay, next
and
one,
the
number
next
5.
One. So I mean, it was you had to kind of, because you're going back in at the end. You go in this kind of leg where you got to go round. So that was why I think it was tempting when you first looked at it to go right, but then because at the end you were running quite a bit further. There's a 50 meters difference, so That's quite
And
a
this
lot.
might benefit people who will look at, when they plan a leg, almost look at it in reverse. You've got to think about, well, people maybe think control, attack, point, route. You've got to think about your way into the control before you think about how you can get to that way in.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's you just got to make sure you look at the whole leg before you start. And obviously, if you do it like you're saying, from the control backwards, then you're more likely to see that problem. If you just need a strategy which you're going to stick to every time to make sure you've seen all the different route options.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, next one. It's a shorter one.
Yeah, I think I got this one wrong, I think, but you can save a lot of distance by cutting across the semi-open.
Yeah. And you've got to avoid the green. So if you went straight across here, you go through green, which is, this is what I think caught a few people out. And I understand that screens can make the colors look a bit different, but this shade of green, and before this year, this green was passable in sprint orienteering, but now they've changed the colors, and basically this is now uncrossable generally. So that's something to watch out for in future events.
Yeah, very much so. Okay, next one.
Yeah, and that's the same here with these hedges.
Yeah,
So you got to go around to the right.
This is a shock seeing one so short at this point when you've had a few long ones, and then yeah, feeling you've got to go around all the hedges. So, but there's still on a leg that short, there's 10 meters in it. So that's quite a lot, I think, for a leg that short.
Yeah, I mean, you've really got, I think just because this end bit, you've got to go all the way around. So did you get that one right?
I think I did. I think I got 7 out of 10 on this one. This is one of my highest scoring ones, unlike the odd one out map game, which was not good.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is another kind of like, do you go beyond the control, staying closer to the line, or do you go a little bit further away from the line, but not going past the control? This way, the blue one was better.
Yeah, I think quite a lot of people got this one right. I have seen some statistics, but I'm not quite sure where I've put them at the moment.
Let's move on to the next one.
40 meters. And then here, this is quite a big difference, I think. And quite a lot of people, I think, took this one to the right.
Yeah, for such a short control to have that kind of difference, 25-meter difference. But I think it's seeing you can kind of sneak under the building in some of those underpass sections, I think will have made a big difference.
Yeah. I've just got some, what leg are we on? 7, aren't we here?
I think so.
So about half, just over half the people got this one right.
Mm-hmm.
And then leg 8. Oh no, where are we on the last control?
This is the last one.
Sorry, that was 9.
We got ahead of ourselves. So number 9, how many people got it right?
Just over half got it right.
Mm-hmm.
And the last one, only 15 people got it right.
Ooh.
So you have to go to the left, and it was maybe a bit sneaky.
Yeah.
Because, so basically you can see, can you see my mouse?
I can, yeah.
Yeah. So you've got the uncrossable wall here, but then it's a thinner line coming down here. So this is actually a crag symbol without any tags on, and a passable crag. You can see the crag over here. So you can see the thickness of the line. So you can actually go this way and cross this line.
So that's a crag as opposed to a wall, a crossable wall.
It's a passable crag, passable crag. So yeah, I mean it's quite unusual, but it could happen. So hopefully people prefer making the mistake here than making it in a real race. Hopefully.
Wow, very, very sneaky. Very sneaky, yeah. I think so. A learning point, I think, for that one. Yeah, it's passable rock face without the tags. So do you want to have a look at who did well on that one? Looking at the results now for the rapid route.
Yeah, we can have a look at the results over here. So
let's see if we can go up. There we go. Looking at the rapid route.
So yeah, our
And,
guest yesterday, Oystein, got the most 9. 9 out of 10.
I can't list if I got those. So
But
there were
he did
3
say on the
people who got
sorry.
9. Sorry,
No,
3 people
he
got
did say
9.
on the program yesterday.
Kiyohashi.
I was just saying he was Oystein was saying yesterday when he was on that he enjoyed the root choice ones. So I think this demonstrates maybe why he likes them, because he's quite good at them.
Yeah, and very quick time as well, 86. Thinking, comparing all of those 3 who got 9 correct. Hirohashi from Japan was second, and Ian Embry, Interlopers, was third. And then a good group who've got 8 correct, the fastest being Ben Brown. A lot of these in the open class. Clive Wilkinson was the first in the 50 plus. Franz Gleiner the first in the 16 minus. How come people have got 7.5?
So if you take over 20 seconds to draw the route, but you get it right, you get half a mark.
There we go. So yeah, do you want to scroll down a little bit, see if we can find some of the juniors, some of the younger juniors on there? Got some of the 16s there. And
Oscar Shepherd and Sarah. We got any?
Yeah, Sarah Darley.
And
there we go. We have some of our Charlotte Slade, some navigators, and Finley McLucky from Moray. Yeah, fantastic. Okay, let's have a little look at the contour game then, and see if we can find. So you had to look at the map, X to Y, and decide which kind of contour shape it fitted. Now, I had a real problem with this because it's only till about the 4th control that I realized it was the line and not from X to Y. It was the direction of the line. So one of them, I was just going, it doesn't fit, it's none of them. And then I twigged it was the line rather than X and Y. I was thinking like X was a control, Y was a control, that's what you were having to go between. I was wrong. Anyway, so number 1.
Did you do the warm-up exercises?
Yeah, but man, I still didn't twig.
Right.
About halfway through, I twigged.
Yeah, I tried to explain it, but obviously it hasn't. The explanation on the website isn't good enough, so we need to refine that for next time. The first one is A. So we've got it's obviously it's going downhill here, but there's a bit of a steeper section just before midway.
Yep.
That's why this bit rather than this
Fantastic.
one. 2. So we've got a knoll, so it goes over a knoll and then down again. So this one here. Yeah,
luckily this is the one where I was like, it doesn't work, because I was thinking but then you have to go up the crack to go up to Y. So yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I wasn't alone in having a complete meltdown about that one. But C.
Probably not. But glad you realised quite quickly.
Yeah, I realised after that. This one's quite fun.
Quite tricky. The difference between these two is just you got this extra little rise here, and you can see that you go kind of through the reentrant here, and then you're going up and then down into the next reentrant. So that's the difference between these two.
That's jammy. That's really jammy. Not sure I got that one right.
Maybe we should have put that on a bit later, because it's quite hard. Start with some easier ones.
That is pretty hard. That's really difficult. But yeah, you're going down to that re-entry before you go back up onto the hill. There's number 4. This is where you kind of.
So this one. Sorry, I was just going to say the difference between B and D here is just you're starting here is a higher point than where you're finishing. So here you're starting higher up than this one, which is starting and finishing at the same place.
Yeah.
So you got to look out for.
Good explanation. Let's look at number 5. I enjoyed that all of these were on the same map, by the way. You could kind of.
Yeah, well, this was the most interesting bit of map that we could use to do all of them. So, but there's lots of options at least.
Yeah. So this one's quite fun because you're crossing. You've got a few kind of knolls, small hills that you're crossing here.
Yeah, so I think the easy thing here is you're basically crossing 3 hills, and there's only one with 3 hills on. So hopefully that gave that one away. And the
Number
same here,
6.
you've got 3 hills here, and they're all the same contour height, if that makes sense. So this one, the hill on the right is obviously a lot lower down, and B, the middle hill is a lot smaller, and that's not really the case when we look at the map here. So that's how the difference, and also you're starting at a higher point. X is a higher point than Y is.
Yeah.
So that's what gives
Yeah.
C. Moving
So
on
it's
to
remembering that your
7.
dot knolls are the same height as the circle knolls, basically, I think.
Yeah, I mean they could be. Yeah, just because of the size of them, you obviously can't use a contour to show something which is that small.
Yeah.
So potentially they can be the same height. And then 7. This was maybe a little bit tricky because you got this strange looking crag up here. So you might think that that's downhill when actually it's actually going up that direction. It's quite a strange crag, but you need to follow the contour around and see these other crags.
Mm.
So yeah, you're going
Tricky.
down and then you're going up. Yeah. And then 8. So this is with bringing some crags. So hopefully maybe these were a bit easier. I think I was just looking over the results and I think people generally found the crags ones a bit easier.
So yep, you're going down 2 steps, then you finish lower than you started.
Yeah. Whereas C's going up again. And then 9, you've got 2 crags with a hill in between, and the start and the finish point are fairly the same height. Whereas A, you're going up either end. And then 10, the final one. So you've got basically a hill in front of a crag, and then you're going up, and then you're going down again. So that's why it's not D, because it's not going down at the end. But I'll put these online later, so if you want to have a closer look, and then we'll look at the results from that one.
Yep, let's do it. Let's have a look. So contour game, of course.
So Joe Sunley on top.
Joe Sunley
Brown
who
and
won a ridiculous number of the actual events, all the stages, winning all of the catching feature ones. So favourite for later. Yeah, Ben Brown second. Kate McLucky, MW 16 minus. So great result for her. The Scots. Claire Durand in 4th place as well. So a good kind of mixture of different people, I think, featuring at the top of this one.
Yeah.
There's the top 15. Do you want to have a quick look at the maybe go down and see if we can see some, so we get some of the juniors, or have a quick look at the full results?
Well, I'll look at the Maze Labby.
Yes.
Results. So Tamis Barony from Hungary.
Very
winning that
quick.
one.
1, 2, 2. Goodness me, on the A maze. That's fantastic. Certainly some chat around in my club about what the best tactics were for the maze, because you do have the option of bashing through walls with a 10-second penalty. So what was the best one for that? But that's absolutely fantastic. Joe Sunny there again, second. Ben Brown as well. Andrew Stemp, he's going to be coming up in the final as well. Then we've got some Sandra Mather, Kim Haddorn. They're also going to be coming up in the final as well. Jake O'Donnell there as well, 15th. The M14 from DVO, who is also going to be in the final. Do you want to scroll down a few sections there? Have a look at some of a lot of juniors scoring well. Robbie Lightfoot there, 24th, 12 minus from South Yorkshire. A lot of the South Yorkshire juniors turning out well for this competition. So, yep, there we go. Those are the top 30 or so there. Do you want to have a quick look then over at the overall results? So we're going to see the top 6 as you can see there, they're going to be racing together in the final, the finale, and we're going to have also the top 6 women. And it was Kristen Strain who was the best woman after all 8 counting out of the 10 events. We can see there already, we can see our top 16 minuses, Roundup, Jake O'Donnell, Franz Glainer. Do you want to have a look some of maybe the 50s and the 12 minuses? Let's have a look.
Robbie
12
Lightfoot.
minuses, Robbie Lightfoot. We're taking the win there. Anna Todd in second. Anna's going to be coming up on the final for the women's competition, 10-stage competition, of course. Feeling lucky there as well in W12 minus. Let's have a look at some of the 16s or the 50s. Don't mind where we start. The 50s, there we go. Martin Ward winning that one, 14th place overall. South Yorkshire. Andy Peterson in second place. Sandra Mather in third there. The 50 pluses. And do we have
70s?
We do have 70s, I do believe. Let's have a look if we can see them. And the 70s.
My dad.
Best 70, Mike Smithard. In 102nd place, Sheila Strain taking second and third. So kudos to all our 70 pluses for taking part. And
have a quick look at this.
Yeah,
have a quick look at the 70.
So these are for those who were not doing the catching features. Ben Brown taking the lead there. Runda Clerk, who has been doing the catching features as well. So fantastic. So there, Andrew Stemp, great. We're going to see him in the finale as well. And good mix of nationalities as well in this top few competitors. Have a little scroll down. I know we've suddenly got some of the juniors who'll be in there. We've got some of the 50s. Anna Todd there, 23rd. Robbie Lightfoot in 26th, I believe. M12 minus, of course. Okay. Are we done with the results? Anything else you want to go through, Chris?
No, not at the moment. We have.
Oh, and we lost Chris. I'm sure he'll be back in a moment. But actually, we're going to now get ready for we're going to have the women's race and catching features first. And then we're going to have the men's race and catching features first. So this is the point I need to bring Craig in. And I just...
Hi. Oh. I can't hear anyone. I don't know if it's just me or not.
Features.
Oh, you're back. Sorry, I literally couldn't hear you at all there. So.
I'm just saying I'm just about to scarper because I need to go and get set up for the catching features. So I'm going to turn my microphone and my camera off so you can't see my crazy face.
Oh no, leave the camera on.
No way.
Yeah, it's okay.
Take my headphones out and everything. So
all the best.
Craig, it's over to you. I'll be back to commentate on the men's. So,
this is the June final. We're going to be back into catching features. This is we're going to be going back to the sprint area, which was the second of the two catching features, the second of the three catching features rounds. It was the little town in Argentina, which with all the twisty buildings and unpassable walls and things like that. So all the competitors will have already ran here, which may help them out a little bit, may help them be a little bit smoother. But yeah, it's the first time that all these ladies have been in a final, and it's the first time that most of them have played multiplayer catching features. So it's going to be tough for them. I think the thing with playing in multiplayer, it's so much more stressful than you would imagine. When you're running it in single player, it doesn't really it doesn't feel like that stressful, but when you've got all these other people running around and you can see where they're going, and you can see every time you make a little mistake, you can see how much further ahead everyone else gets. It does become very, very stressful. It throws up a lot more mistakes than you might think. Now, I think Brad should be joining me. Brad, are you there? Oh, you are there. Brad, you
Hello.
have ran a few mass start races in multiplayer.
You're being generous. Running isn't what I would call it, but I have staggered through one or two. Yes.
Yeah, how does it affect you when you're trying to play catching features?
I find the worst bit was when I was actually listening to the commentary at the same time. That was a really bad idea for distraction. But yeah, I mean, it's very different from running catching features as a single player because you have all these people going on, all this stuff going on around you, and it's so tempting to basically stick the map in your pocket and just run up to those guys. I mean, the last one we were in last weekend with the grudge match with FPO, I thought, oh look, there's Craig. I'm following him, and you made a mistake. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, exactly. That's the scary thing as well, because you move so quickly when you're in catching features that if you do follow someone for 10 seconds or something, which doesn't feel like that long, and then they do make a mistake or you lose sight of them or something, suddenly you can be halfway across the map and have absolutely no idea where you are.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Is at the risk of you using your map and putting it up, it's actually significantly larger in catching features, because if you do that when you're out running, the person is still in front of you. Do that in catching features, and it's like, whoa, vamoose up into the sunset. So it's definitely more tempting, I think, to not to do your thing. But yeah. I've been bitten in the posterior with that one.
So I'm going to take us through the 6 women that are going to be in this race, because we haven't seen any of them racing before. So as Catherine said earlier, the fastest woman, first woman overall, was Kristen Strain. Now, looking at just her catching features results, she was pretty solid through most of them. She was third out of this group of 6. She was third fastest in the park one and in the forest, but in the urban, which is where we're going today, she was the slowest out of the lot. So had a particularly tough time in the urban. I don't know if she just made one big mistake and that's what lost her all the time, or if it was a series of mistakes. Because it's strange that she was pretty good in the other 2 races, but coming in as she was first overall out of the women. It would be sad to see her then finish last in the final, but we'll see how that goes. Second woman was Anna Todd. Now, Anna is SYO. She has been doing a lot of the catch and features races with SYO, and because they've been like properly training on it. I think is it once a week, once a month? I'm not sure. But she was a couple of second quickest and quickest out of this group of 6. So she is very decent, very consistent. Third is Sandra Mather. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your surname.
I'd say Mather, I think.
Mather. She was fastest in the park, fastest in the urban. Only 5th fastest in the forest, so potentially not so good in the forest. But wow, she is definitely the favourite for today if she can keep her head. She finished 14th overall in the urban, so that's out of everyone. So that is a really, really good showing. So we'll be expecting big things from her. Kim Haddern, the only international in this final. All the other ladies are British. She's Swiss. Again, pretty solid results. She's definitely better in the forest. She was 2nd fastest out of these women in the forest. But she's also definitely one to look out for. And then the last 2, Catherine Bett, our very own Catherine Bett, leaving us to do all of the commentary without her. So we'll see. We're
not biased at all, are we, Chris? Craig, Jim.
To see her do well. She's definitely not a favourite for this race. And Evelyn Elms, also pretty solid all round, but just a bit off the pace in all 3 of the catch and features races. It would be an upset if Catherine or Evelyn do take this win, but this area is very tricky, very technical. Running multiplayer and catch and features throws loads of spanners in the works, so genuinely anything could happen in this race. It will be very, very, very interesting to see what happens. So
let me know when you want me to fire.
If you want to fire
catch and features
now, and we will get this race underway. But yeah, definitely looking for Sandra to be, I think, leading the pack out of the gate. But not 100% sure how this is going to go with everyone being able to see each other. It will be very interesting. Let's just see if we're ready. See some yeses. I don't know. Sometimes people go off and get themselves a drink, but I think we are good to go. Right.
Good to go.
Let's try this. But yeah, I was chatting to them all just before we started, and a lot of nerves in this race. It is funny how when you're running live with people, the nerves increase. So yeah, here we go. Everyone got started. First time. Anna into the first control. Absolutely no hesitation. That is incredible.
Kirsten's taken a slightly devious route to it, but Anna's way behind me. Crikey, she's off.
That is such a quick start. Just able to think so quickly out of the gates. And yeah, there you go, into number 2. Got a little bit of a pack forming behind. A lot of people look like they're getting stuck on walls and things.
Oh yeah.
Anna finding the quickest route to number 3. See, I quite like the route out and round the building.
I went out and round whenever I did it.
Yeah,
yes.
But it is actually quicker to turn back on yourself, which I was quite surprised with. I ran both routes, and was surprised to find that running back through was quicker.
She made a little hesitation there, but I found with this one, it really was a case of me counting the big junctions. Because
I think you have to ignore so much of this map. But this one a little bit sneaky, so it's actually
you don't go down this one. Tree. It's the next one, isn't it?
Got to catch the next one, and that little gap is so small to find. But Anna finding it easy. And looking back, there is a little group forward.
Where are we back here? So
Kim
I'm looking at
Sandra and Kirsten. Well,
Kirsten and Sandra together. Made a mistake.
She's made a little bit of a mistake going the wrong way around these buildings, but and then you go, Kirsten getting in, pulling herself up into second place.
Oh, she's just got to think about what she's doing. That's it, that direction.
Spending a lot of time thinking. And Anna is
she's away
in front now. She's wow. Kirsten in hot pursuit. So the odd thing with Kirsten, she was very solid in 2 out of the 3 catch and features races, but on this particular one was last out of the 6. And I think that was maybe just a bit of an odd result. I think that Kirsten could be pretty good here.
Because Kim's just hopped up there ahead of her.
Yeah, but
there's a lot going on in this map, and like you say, you've really got to get your brain around simplifying it. And she's got caught. It's the other side, there. Kirsten.
Yeah, got to go right.
I got thrown, guys.
You've been.
Oh no!
Oh, Catherine. Oh, I'm sorry.
Cry. Keep commentating there.
That wasn't Craig just trying to get out of the commentating, honest.
Yeah, sorry.
Come on, Kirsten.
I can't see what's going on, so I'll leave you guys to it.
Yeah.
Anna's miles away. So let's go back and look at Anna. She's at number 10. Wow.
In the words of Jamie Lightfoot from last weekend, somebody stop her. She's on a mad one.
Look at that. So Kim is only 1 control behind. Let's briefly look at her. Anna's she's going from 10. Oh, interesting route into. So I went all the way around to 11 actually. I went really? Off the side of the map and all the way around rather than try and weave my way through. Oh. Yeah. Sorry, the music in the background was from my wife. Never mind.
Looking back at Kirsten now, just getting her way into 9, she's about to start on number 10. 9 to 10 is an interesting one. It's actually quicker to cut straight through the open rather than going round. I think going round is a little bit easier is it even easier on your brain? I'm not sure it is. But yeah, Kirsten again deciding to go around on the path, but it is actually quicker if you just straight line that one over the hill.
Yeah,
because
I am.
For some reason, in catching features running, you can see Kirsten now trying to go along the side of this.
It's really brutal. Getting up, it's so slow.
Really slow. And contouring on catching features isn't particularly fun.
No, it's brutal. It expects you to be pretty slow uphill. It doesn't have a fell runner button.
but yeah, so and then Sandra, my favorite at least for this race, only in fourth, definitely been thrown by being able to see everyone else around. But yeah, let's go back to Anna. Oh, Anna now entering the trees. So I tried to throw this into this this course. So you've got a lot of
she's doing what I did.
Quite technical twists and turns around all the buildings, and then you have this little open section with these trees, and suddenly you forget how to orienteer.
Oh no, you're dead right. Yeah,
it's a tree.
I remember doing that the first time I ever did a sprint final at World Masters. It was in Portugal, and they started off in modern urban area, then in a forest, and then into a really old urban area. And I was just blown away. I just couldn't manage the transition between the three. And it was in particular, it was going into the forest, because you're used to navigating at a much bigger scale in the forest. And I just ran past everything.
And I think as well, the thing with when you're in urban and you're constantly, it's just like run to the junction, turn right, turn left, turn right, turn left. And then suddenly in a forest, you have no big features to turn right or left on. You just kind of have to crack on.
Anna
now.
Just cruising.
Yeah, that was absolute domination. I can't see her making up.
Oh, is that Kirsten on her way to 13, isn't she?
Yes.
That's what she's doing. She's on her way to 13. She's hit that wall.
And there we go.
It's in there.
Into the finish.
Oh, yes, totally. Doomed it.
Easy win. Wow. That was genuinely very, very impressive from Anna. That was so far in front of everyone else.
Don't think she made any mistakes there really at all. I mean, if you look at that.
No, just fastest
splits, and the only ones she weren't were really close. So let's go back and look. So Kim is, now she's
just coming into the finish.
She's just coming in. Well, let's have a look at Kirsten, shall we? Because Kirsten's on her way to the forest.
Just going across. So, and Sandra just a little bit behind her.
Sandra's there, yes, she's just at the last control.
And there you go, Kirsten making a little bit of a walk in the forest. And this could allow Sandra to get in.
Yep.
Keep her head. There's definitely scope for...
Now, it was right by the side of the tree there. It wasn't that easy to spot. But look at this, Sandra's almost caught her up. Kirsten.
I mean, they'll all almost be able to see each other now.
Just look what Sandra can see her. Can she see her? You should see her trail. She's got it. She's going out and round. Kirsten's going to hit that green. Can she get over that green? I'm not sure. Oh no, she's banged it. Here comes Kirsten coming round. There she goes. So they're together now.
All of them decided to take this route round the buildings. Now you can actually, there is enough space to run along the side of that open and round the side of the wall if you go straight, but they're all decided to go.
That's what I did actually. Yeah, I did exactly that. And then just at the end it was easy to nip in.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's
good. Now
then. That way. I think. Yeah.
Because a lot of the time, especially in catching features, it's so hard to plan ahead, and then suddenly when you have a series of short controls, one after the other, your brain just can't keep up with the speed that you run at.
Yeah, this was great. It was a really good course as well as being a really good map. It was, as you say, a really good mix.
This is very close with 2 controls to go. Sandra just edging ahead, but who's been planning?
Come back! Kirsten!
Oh
no!
Who's going to do it? I think this is just who can plan ahead best.
I tell you what, that little tiny wall is going to catch someone, and they're going to know it's just tucked in there. It's in there, folks. Oh no, Kirsten's off!
There you go, Kirsten's no. Sandra takes 3rd place.
Oh no, Kirsten!
Incredible, Kirsten.
There's a way on a.
Oh no! That wall, and it's so easy to miss it. It is so easy to miss it. And here she comes back in.
Bonk! Oh. So Evelyn's just a few behind. She's got the last few controls to go through.
Yeah.
Oh, what a shame, Catherine. Catherine, we jinxed you by rooting for you.
Yeah. But yeah, wow.
I know. I heard.
Yeah.
I can't believe. Did you get my massive mistake to the 3rd control?
You weren't alone.
Was it the 3rd or the 2nd? Because I tried to go by the houses and then I realised I couldn't get through.
There's a lot of that on this map. Actually, it was quite difficult to plan a course on this map because even though it's very technical, there's just it's very easy to just make lots of dog legs, so just in and out and in and out of all these little cubby holes.
But when you're going into a cubby hole, it's really hard to see because you can't turn your head to see where you kind of came in and where you're coming out, and you change direction. It's quite easy to get disorientated, I think. Whereas if you're running it, you can keep an eye on where behind you was, what the exit looks like whilst you're running to the control.
Yeah, I guess so. Wow, what a race.
That was good. So that was a clear 4-minute win by Anna Todd. Wow, incredible.
Anna Todd just, wow. That really was something.
And I've got, it was a very decent run by Kim Eleanor as well, but she was right then. That was good.
But yeah, interesting that Sandra only managing to get a third place after being so good in the solo rounds. That really just shows you how much this multiplayer really does affect everyone.
Sure does.
Yeah, it makes you panic, and the fact that everyone's watching as well does not help. So are we going to go straight onto the men's? We're going to see people join in pretty much straight away. Why don't you kind of try and talk us through who our contenders are for the men's race?
Yes. Yeah, so the 6 men that we have: Joe Sunley, Rune de Klerk, Tam Wilson, Jake O'Donnell, Andrew Stemp, and Franz Glainer. Now, Joe Sunley has just this weekend has been his weekend. He has been right at the top of almost every single one of the competitions, but especially in the catch and features. He won every single catch and features race. Now, that is incredible. This is only going to be his second lockdown orienteering final. He got to the final in the sprint weekend. So obviously sprint is something that he's good at. So yeah, definitely going to be expecting him to be doing well. He didn't do particularly well in the sprint final of the lockdown competition, but I think he's just been going strength to strength over the last few weeks. And yeah, looking really, really good for the win here. The second overall was Rune de Klerk. Obviously, he's been in a few finals. Definitely better at the forest orienteering though. He was third, which was out of this group of guys, he was second, but third in the catch and features forest race. Yep. Didn't do so well in the park or the urban. So it'll be interesting. He's definitely up there, but it'll be interesting to see if he can pull it together. Now, Tam Wilson, this is his first final. He made it into the semi-finals of the last knockout competition. And I was chatting to him a little bit before this. He is very excited, but he did say on the urban, he had the run of his life. He said he just smashed every single control, could not have ran it any better. And Joe Sunley still beat him by a minute. So he just does not know what to do to beat Joe Sunley. He's just lost for words on that one.
There's no option in catching features to nudge someone into a tree, is there? It's just...
No. And then Jake O'Donnell, again, this is his first final. He was 8th in the urban, so 5th out of this group of guys. I'd say he's an outside shot for the win. Definitely not a favourite, but also very, very good at catching features. He was 2nd in the park race, so definitely has something in his back pocket for this one. Now, Andrew Stemp returning once again to a final. I think this is his 2nd or 3rd final. Definitely been in a couple, especially at the start of these lockdown races. He's also probably not my favourite. He was 15th in the urban, which was the slowest out of this group of 6. So yeah, probably won't be expecting him to win, but anything can happen. And finally, we've got Franz Glainer. Now, he has been in the last 3 finals, I think. He is very prolific at catching features. However, it does look like although I don't know, he's a pretty good all-rounder. He's sixth and seventh overall in the catching features races. Like, yeah, I think again it's going to take something special to beat Joe Sunley this weekend, because he is really, really just on top form. But
right, I tell you what I've got in mind is Anna's time 24, wasn't it? 24:08. Let's see how they do against that.
I didn't actually take note of it.
It was. She was 24 something like 24:7, 24:08.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. So
let's see.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Do we have everyone? We've got Joe, Rune, Tam, Jake, Andrew.
Yeah, I think we do.
Franz.
Yeah,
everyone's
I
in.
think so.
Right.
It's rock and roll.
Let's see. I'm a bit sad I didn't get my normal chat with Franz before the race. I normally get to say hi to him, but I've been too busy doing proper commentary this time.
I'm doing a very good job at it as well. I feel like I'm out of a job now.
No, not a chance. Right, yeah, everyone's good to go. So let's just crack on. So same course as the women's race. Hopefully Catherine doesn't get disconnected this time.
Yeah, hopefully.
But yeah, so number 3 was where you made your mistake. So we'll see if we can catch anyone else who makes a mistake.
Let's start with Joe. Let's see if he does a fast start. And
yeah,
it's on.
Let's go here.
Yeah, so we're just getting stuck a little bit
again,
on the wall.
So guys, you better take over.
Oh, are you actually?
No.
Yeah, no, but I can see it on the Twitch, so that's okay. We can try and do something there.
So yeah, Joe Sunley with a little bit of a lead.
Yeah.
Joe Sunley with a little bit of a lead, although taking the slower route to number 3, so might be losing.
It is slower, isn't it? Just look, they have a snippet.
It doesn't feel like it should be slower, but it is. So yeah, Tam just taking a little bit of lead, but and here we go, a couple of little route choices. So Tam and Joe going off one side of the building, and the rest of them going around the other.
Via Route 1.
Yeah, and you've got to be careful, of course, your entrance here, but they've...
Oh, it's gone past. Joe's gone past.
Control to the first time.
Joe's gone past.
Oh, goodness me. It's so hard to see the little gaps in amongst the buildings here. That's really...
That one in particular is a tiny alley. It's a tiny alley with just a little green frond in front of it, so Tam's off on a good lead there.
Yeah, and we lost
Tam on the race number 5. Maybe, with this mistake, thinking what can you do to beat Joe Sunley, and he's certainly having a good shout on this terrain that he was second in earlier on, the urban course. So
yeah, he clearly likes this area. Yeah, he's definitely a fan of this area. And yeah, look at this, he's just on fire. I just don't understand how you can think so quickly.
It keeps changing of direction, and the control's so close together as well.
Wobble.
This is proper stuff. Yeah, little
wobble into number 9, wrong side of the building, and that's allowed Joe to be right on top of him again. The two of them pretty much inseparable, with Franz, Rune, and Andrew Stemp just trying to hold on in the background. Although Andrew does look like he's been dropped a little smidge, but he might be able to get back on. And there you go, Joe taking the lead. Oh, Tam is going to be furious with that. It's crazy. Such a little mistake. Just wrong side of the building.
Oh, and now they're taking the different directions. Oh no, that was a mistake from Tam.
Yeah, a mistake from Tam. It is crazy though. Just the wrong side of the building, and suddenly, that little lead that you had is gone, and then another little wobble, and Joe is making a gap again.
Just look at Tam, and you can see that's Tam following Joe, but he wouldn't see him now.
Yeah, I just can't see Joe making another big mistake like before. I think that it's gonna take something for Tam now to close this gap back up.
He will. You'll see him occasionally.
12 to 13. There is actually a big uncrossable wall, so it's do you go one side of it or the other side? And it looks like Tam and Joe have maybe picked opposite sides.
They have.
Yeah, they have. There you go. So, and I think Joe's route is quicker, because it looks like Tam's lost some more time there, especially cutting through the trees at the very end of that route, slowing Tam down a lot. So Joe now with, I wouldn't say a big lead, but definitely, a reasonable.
But I feel like now
reasonable
he's
size lead.
certainly dropped away. He's dropped Tam now, especially going through all those
definitely outside.
through the field.
20 seconds he's leading by.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it was the small mistake, but also the route choice, and now actually going through this the section by the cemetery, I think it is. Both of them choosing to kind of go over there.
Go that sneaky route round the ditch.
Yeah, they did. They both. Well, curiously, they both did that. None of the ladies went that way at all.
Yeah.
But, no,
Rune is taking the long way round, and I think Joe's got this with 2 controls to go. Can't see him making much of a mistake into these last couple.
That's it. He's away.
Tam's going to be furious. Just a couple of little wobbles and one bad route choice, and that's the gap. It was a pretty solid run from Tam, but Joe just is something else.
That's him. Finished. Done.
Into the finish.
That one control, you did right.
He's not deserved it. He's deserved that win, definitely. And Tam there, not too far behind. Rune has managed to gap the other two, so I don't know. We've missed a mistake from Franz Kleiner at some point, which has allowed Rune de Klerk to get away. So him coming in 3rd place, and Franz Kleiner followed reasonably closely from Andrew Stemp as well. I mean, a pretty solid run from everyone. Not very many mistakes. Not very much time between anyone, realistically. But yeah, only a couple of little wobbles.
40 seconds in it.
What was Joe's time there?
16
minutes.
That's outrageous.
Unbelievably quick.
That is incredible.
That is unreal.
Oh, Andrew, where are you off to?
Just coming in there now to the 17th.
Oh no, he's just lost it on the last.
Mistake.
Just a wee one.
Mistake there out of the 17th, I think.
Yeah, and there you go. And unfortunately, we did lose Jake O'Donnell at the start of that race.
Oh, shame.
But he only it was weird. He didn't load in, but he also didn't disconnect for a while. So, yeah, that was a strange one. Because normally, if they disconnect right at the start, I can catch it. But
looking back to see where Franz made his mistakes. Sorry, this will be going too fast for the stream to catch up. But I'm just trying to see. He didn't really make any particular mistakes that I can see. No.
So coming 9 to 10, he's in front of Rune.
He is.
And then 10 to 11, bit of a bad route choice, and that was it, I think.
10 to 11, you reckon?
Yeah, 10 to 11, just a bad route choice out of control 10, and that's what did it.
Mm-hmm.
So
there you go.
Really.
There wasn't much in it, and in the end, he was only he was 50 seconds down, a little under 45 seconds down on Tam.
And interesting, most of them finding that good route choice into 13, and Tam going the long way round, and yeah, that's what did it for him. Oh, he will be.
Oh, so close.
He'll be annoyed. It was 13. It was this leg here, wasn't it? This leg just here. He went. In this particular, he went right, and then it got caught by that wall and had to go all the way around. And you're dead right. And it was definitely this way was faster. That would have been one for the left or right game that they had.
Yeah. He says, "One day I will beat you suddenly, but not today." Yeah, very
so
good.
Close.
Stuff.
I know, with a little bit more practice, then
I hope I don't come across as being too
right
biased
there,
in commentary.
So congrats to Joe Sunley. Congrats to Anna Todd then for being our men's and women's champions.
Both very, very worthy winners. And yeah, Joe just incredible across the whole weekend. Absolutely incredible.
Yeah, fantastic across not just the catching features, but across lots of different ones. Firmly in the lead there. So shall we bring in Chris then to have a few kind of final thoughts and to ask what's happening next with lockdown orienteering? Chris.
Hi. Yeah, that was a great race. Yeah, I mean, I think it's been a good weekend. I think hopefully everyone's enjoyed themselves and maybe learned something. They always try and do some new things. So I'm sure we can always improve. So hopefully next time we use the same challenges, we can make them even better. Yeah, and next time we're going to do a British Open competition. So anybody from across the world can enter. But we'll also have a separate category for the top British winner in the weekend as well. And that's going to be in 3 weekends' time. And we've got some special areas lined up for that one, we can say.
Not going to give anything away then.
Yeah.
Not yet. Not
You
yet.
can't even give us a teaser of one of the areas.
Well, there's lots of contours on one of them. A lot of contours.
Excellent.
Brinkley Hill? Come on, Brinkley Hill.
Well, okay, 3 weekends time then for the British Open. You don't have to be British. You don't have to be British to enter. Anyone can take part, but it will be on British areas. So please go and sign up for that one. When entries are open already, when are entries going to be open? What's the kind of timeline
Not
for
yet.
this?
They're not open yet, but I'll send an email around.
Yeah, so keep an eye on emails for all the details of that one coming up. Thank you everybody who has turned up to play the June weekend of Lockdown Orienteering, and a special congratulations to our 6 finalists and to our 2 winners, Joe Sunley and Anna Todd. But we will be back in 3 weeks' time with the next one. So until then, stay safe, take care.
Bye.